Hello there monsters and men, ladies and people, and welcome to Recharging. Behind me is the second cutest, well I gotta admit I find the Honda E more cute, but the second cutest EV that you can currently buy. This is the Smart EQ. So does it still look like a original Smart and modern Smart? Well, I think it does, yes and no. Of course the design is completely different, but it still has a small bonnet. I think it still has a Smart shape. This is the Edition 1, so it has everything that you can think of at a Smart. It even has these nice black rims. I think it looks very playful, very cute. But why does it not look like a original Smart? Well, this is the 4.4. It has 4 doors. The original Smart didn't have that. So what is behind these doors? Well, not a whole lot, I gotta admit. The door opens nice and wide, so it's easy to get in. But if we look here at the back seats, my knees are in the chair in front of me, my head is touching the roof. I mean, we have this sunroof that eats a little bit of space, but still there is not a lot of space here. You can sit here with 2 children. It's not suited for adults at all. Yeah, you can sit here, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but it will get uncomfortable. So again, it's suited for children. There is a cup holder over here, and this version actually got heated seats at the back, so that's very fancy. The quality in here is actually quite good. Yeah, they are hard materials, but they are not scratchy at all, so I'm actually quite impressed with that. So besides that, there's nothing more to say about the back. It's only suited for children, really. But what if we have a look at the 5th door? I mean, some people call this a door. I don't really find it a door, because if it is a door, it should fit a person. But does it fit a person? Let's have a look. The boot space here is 185 liters, so that is not a lot. And again, it will not fit a person. I can try, but we cannot even close the boot like this. So no, this is not a door, this is just the boot. This version also has a subwoofer that eats some space, so yeah, this will fit 2-3 grocery bags, nothing more than that. If you put down the rear seats though, which you can do by 2 handles, and you will get a nice flat floor, you will get a maximum boot space of 975 liters. So that is okay if you want to have bigger items in your car. So what about the front? Let's have a look. So what about the front interior then? Well, I'm actually very impressed by this. First of all, everything looks playful and looks interesting. They really put a nice design in front of here. The quality is also very good. I mean, everything feels well built, and also the materials, well, even though they are hard because it is a smaller car, they're not scratchy or anything. Also around the multimedia here, there's a nice carbon fiber look. There is a fabric used on top of the dash. Yes, it is still hard, but it feels actually kind of nice and it looks kind of nice. What about cubby spaces then? Well, there's not a lot of it. You have 2 door pockets which fit a small bottle, but not a large one. There are 2 cup holders under here, and besides that there is a really small cabin here in the dash. It does not even fit the papers of the car, so no, that is not good at all. What I also like though is this little dial up here, which actually has your power and your state of charge. It's not the most readable, but it is a very nice detail that it's up there. Again, very playful. And also the multimedia system. Yes, it is simple and the screen is maybe a little bit tiny for today's standards, but it is simple, it is responsive, and it also has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, so everything is good there too. Last thing though, which is not so good in my opinion, and that is the steering wheel, because the steering wheel, you can adjust it horizontally, but you cannot pull it towards you. And because of that, it can be difficult to find a good driving position in this car. Also, when I first got into the car, the pedals actually seem to be positioned quite oddly more to the right than in other cars. It doesn't bother me now, but that's something that I noticed. What is nice though is that the seat of this car is quite high, so you have a feeling you have a good overview over the road. Let's talk about raw numbers then. The Smart EQ actually has a 82 horsepower engine, and with that 82 horsepower it can do 0 to 100 in about 12.7 seconds. It has a 16.7 kilowatt hour battery pack, and with that battery pack it has a real world range of about, in the city, of about 125 kilometers. But if you drive more mixed roads, it's more 100 kilometers. So that is not that much. What about driving then with the Smart EQ? Well, I really like it. You really have a go-kart feeling, and that's because, well, the car is tiny, so you fit in every spot. You just skip through the traffic. The steering is light, so that is ideal for maneuvering in town. I mean, this car also has the tiniest turning circle that I've ever encountered on a car. It's ridiculous, and it is excellent in combination with the light steering for maneuvering in town. The suspension is comfortable, so that means it's good over speed bumps, it's good for holes in the road. It's actually a quite nice little car to drive, a quite fun car to drive, in my opinion. And I mean, all those things I just said actually make a lot of sense for a city car, because, well, you don't need a lot of range when you drive in the city, in my opinion, unless you drive all day. But if you only drive around the city, or this is your second car, you don't need that much range. Just plug it in when you're home and you're fine. Also, the acceleration from 0 to 50 actually seems a lot quicker, in my opinion, than the acceleration from 50 to 100. Maybe that is on purpose, but it's actually quick enough at a traffic light to go away. And again, that makes it more ideal for the city. And also, because of the light steering and the comfortable suspension, this car doesn't really like high-speed cornering very much. And also, the chairs don't give a lot of side support, so no, this car is not made for that. Don't do that. So what about the electric driving then? Well, this car actually has two modes, normal mode and eco mode. On normal mode, it will use the radar in front of the car to determine, is there a car in front of me? Yes, then I will regen. If not, then I will just let the car roll. Personally, I don't like that. That's why I drive the car in eco mode, because in eco mode it will regen and also brake when you lift your foot off the accelerator. So that is better, in my opinion, because I like that. That's my preference. I like that about electric cars. Is there any safety features then on this car? Well, if you may already heard, there is a radar in front of the car, so that is for your front collision warning, and it will actually brake when it detects that you're going to hit something. But besides that, there is nothing really. There's no lane assist or blind spot monitoring or all that good stuff, which again you can't really use in the city. So you really see that what this car is designed for. So what about charging with the Smart EQ? Well, here you can clearly see that this car is designed for city driving, and that is because this car does not have any DC charging capabilities, so it can only charge on AC. Standard, it will have a 4.6 kilowatt charger, but additionally you can buy a 22 kilowatt charger. The car has a 16 kilowatt hour battery pack, so that means on 4.6 you can charge from 0 to 100 in about 4 hours. And on the 22 kilowatt charger you can actually charge 10 to 80% in about 45 minutes. So that is actually quite fast then. But still, there's no capabilities for DC charging. So that means this car is not suited for highway driving. And it is a downside, because, for example, the Ionity chargers don't have a AC connection, so you can't charge over there. But an e-up, a Volkswagen e-up, does have DC charging capabilities, and that will charge with about 50 kilowatts fast charging. So that car you can take on longer trips, but again, this car, you can basically only use it at the city. Just plug it into these street chargers and you're good to go. So is the Smart EQ the city EV that you should buy? Well, from a rational point of view, a Škoda Citigo E or Volkswagen e-up is probably a better deal. And that's because, well, they are a little bit cheaper, they have bigger range, they have better fast charging capabilities. So if you have to make those longer trips every now and then, they are more up to the task. But those are cars that you buy with your head, and I think the Smart EQ is more a car that you buy with your heart. And this car actually took a little piece of mine. But if you buy one, buy the real one and buy the 4.2. So if you like this video, please give a like and subscribe. If you did not, please leave a comment below to see what I can improve. And then I would like to say now, as always, thank you a lot for watching, and to be continued.